as cool as, like, I've had a lot of good clips and stuff like that in Halo, all across all the different Halos, but probably my favorite moment in all of Halo, my entire time playing, besides obviously seeing like Halo for the first time, I'd say was E3 2012, when Halo 4 was open to the public. It was behind closed doors, so it wasn't like open on the floor. You had to wait in a long line. I waited 4 hours. The doors opened at E3, and people were sprinting to get to this thing. So, let's see, where do I start in this story? Alright, by the time I found the booth, because it was my first day being there and everyone else had known it was on the last day, the line was beyond full. They cut it off a few people behind me because they knew it's like E3 on the last day only goes for 6 hours. And I was 4 hours in, so they cut it behind me to make sure that they didn't have extra people waiting in line all day and not getting a chance to play. These 4 hours I was standing in line filled my thoughts of like anything that I could brag about. I was thinking about things that I could make videos of. It's like, I'm going to try and test this out, I'm going to test this out, see how like the map plays, and maybe try and get a couple nice sprees, you know, nice noscope here or there on my first game of Halo 4, so it could be like that memory. Then I finally got entered into the dark room, and I was like, oh! We sat down, and it was broken up into 2 rooms. One room where they did that campaign demo that everyone remembers from Halo 4, where you're in the jungle fighting the Prometheans. And while I'm in there, as they're setting up to get it going, I see Frank O'Connor walk past me in the back of the room. I was like, oh, that is Frankie. And I didn't say that out loud, but I was like, oh, that's Frankie. And I just sat there, watched campaign. I was like, oh, okay, I've seen this before. I watched the preview, you know, let me get to the multiplayer. Then they usher us into the next room. And I get put right at the exit door. They give me party leader, and they're like, alright, once you set up all your stuff, get ready to start it. And we're playing on Longbow, Team Slayer, and it's like 4 on 4, so it's a very slow match. I don't know where I'm at. Yeah, I know, I like kind of booked it to that room. I like jumped up out of the seat when the campaign finished. So I waited to start it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, and you spawn in, and you're like, oh my god. You hear the things falling because you had headsets on. You hear all the weapons falling. You got sniper rifle at the top of the hill right in front of you off the base's spawn. And I sprint up there, and I snag it from in front of some other noob who thought he was going to get it. Get the sniper rifle, and I just start running around. And I looked around and tried to see all the other indicators, and I was like, oh, there's a sniper on the other hill, and I think there was like a laser top middle, or down in like the overshield tunnel. But I kept track. I'm trying to do something awesome and make this awesome memory. I push up towards top middle on that top base, and no one pushed there. I was sitting up there, and everyone else ran right down to the lower bases on their team and just like chilled. They didn't push up to top middle. I was like, are these guys really that like ridiculous that no one's pushing for top mid control? So like after I like push around, I go down low, I kill a couple people, and I'm at like 6 kills now. I'm like, oh snap, alright, chilling. So I go back up on top, and then people are now fighting over the top. Finally, I get a damage boost. Call it in. Boom. I start running around like a madman because I'm like, I've got this damage boost, and I'm on Longbow with 4 other people on the other team. So I'm running around like a freaking crazy maniac trying to just find someone. I get like 1 kill with it. And then I'm out of ammo at this point, because we all know Halo 4 has like no ammo. After my damage boost dies, I try and kill one more guy, No, I kill one guy and there was a second. That's right. I end up killing the first guy, and then the second one I go boom, boom, and I'm like, oh no way. My DMR's out of ammo, my sniper rifle's out of ammo. This guy comes and chases me with a vengeance. I freak out, like my mind's like, oh no way. There's no way I'm gonna die right now, not to this. And I find a Magnum on the floor, pick it up, and I start going back. I'm in the center, like that bottom middle area on Longbow. You've got the upper area, let's say up here. You got one base here, one base here. The overshield's over here. There's that one like lip, and you fall down. I'm like hopping up and down like different areas of this lip, just peeking out, magnuming this poor little noob, like pow, pow, pow. And I end up getting him one shot, and then I smack him. And then as soon as I kill him, his buddy, another guy, comes around, and I just crouch. I'm like, no, nuh-uh, not today. All alone, no shields. He comes at me, and oh my god, I forgot what happened. Oh, I run to a ghost. There was a ghost near me, because my Magnum's like out of ammo. I've got no other ammo. I had just used my damage boost. I hop in this ghost. I have no ammo, no weapons, nothing. So the ghost is the best option. It's like its own shield. It's got guns on it. I hop in there, and I go in the ghost. It's like a gift from God. Ghosts have never looked more beautiful. I'll tell you that right now. The ghost has never looked more beautiful than it did right then. I hop in the ghost, and at that point, I noticed I had like 13 kills. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I just go around. I kill one guy. I was like 2 away from a perfection now. I was like, no way this is going to happen. So I'm flying around trying to get it. Get the ghost. Can't find anyone. Longbow 4v4, you can't find anyone ever. Especially when they're noobs and they don't know what the hell's going on and no one's ever played this map before. You're never going to find anyone. And then I see 2 people. I'm like, pedal to the metal, Captain. And I floor it. You see the purple like clouds coming streaming behind me. And I just go, and I smush that first guy so damn bad. The second guy, green gun of doom. I see it charging. Boom, and he lets it go. And I start to go circle strafe. You know, where you just go in one direction and it flies over the right wing. I'm like, ah! He barely missed me. I was like, yes, I'm alive. And then you see the thing you never want to see when you're in a vehicle. The guy's like, hey, look at this. I have nothing better to do than this blue ball of doom. So you see one plasma grenade come at me. I'm like, no, please no. And it goes over the same wing. I was like, oh, that was so close. And I fake the boost at him. He jumps up, and I just go, boom, and I hit him as he comes on his way down. So I'm sure you guys know the ghost thing where you speed up at him, and they're like, ah, it's coming. He jumps, and I stop. And then as he lands, I boost again, and I smash him. And I see the blue ball of doom stuck to the front of my ghost. And I just go, nope! And I jump out. And it knocks me one shot. And then there's like a third guy like coming around. And I end up running into the lift, I believe. And going into the lift. Land up on that top section. And I think I get one more kill before the end of the match, and it hits the 600 points. I was like, yes! And I got a perfection at Halo 4 at E3, and it was like, as I'm like, yes! I turn around, I take off my headset, and like turn around to see if by any chance like anyone noticed anything. And as I turn around, Frank O'Connor is right behind me. I don't know if he was walking by or watching me, but I was just, it was so funny. and me and him, I smiled at him, he smiled at me, and I was like, oh. So knowing I had probably just got the first perfection of Halo 4, like by general public, I run out the door. I don't know why. I ditched my friends who were in there still. Run out and I catch up with Frank O'Connor. I'm like, bro. I didn't say bro. I was like, Mr. O'Connor, can I get a picture with you? And sure enough, he obliged, and I managed to get a picture with him. So I got like the first Halo 4 perfection, and I'd say that's probably the coolest thing that I've ever done in Halo. It was a ton of fun. It was at E3. It was earlier than anything. And then after that, I went and stuffed my face with food because I hadn't eaten anything in like 4 hours.